my first ticket on a motorcycle work camp. So I absolutely loved riding motorcycles. And this guy down the street from us, he had a Yamaha 360. And oh man, it was all I could do just to not steal that motorcycle and go riding. I just loved motorcycles. So I was probably in eighth grade at the time. It was the summer between eighth and ninth grade, I believe. And maybe it was the summer between seventh and eighth grade. I don't remember, but I think that was more when it was. Brett Allen said that he could get a motorcycle, a 250 from his brother. I have no idea. So Brett was going to get a motorcycle, and I was going to get a motorcycle from Ken. His name was Ken, Jeff's older brother, and he had a Yamaha 360. I says, can I borrow your motorcycle for a night and go camping up in the mountains? And he goes, yeah, that'd be fine. Really nice guy. So he lets me borrow it one day, and I lie to my parents and say, hey, I'm going to go camping with Dave or Brett or whatever it was. We're going to go up, and I got my backpack all ready, and I went down and got the motorcycle, drove off with it. You know, and by that time I called Brett and he couldn't go because he couldn't get the motorcycle. So now I'm on my own. And I'm driving along and I says, well, I'm going to go down and see my friend Kent because he has a motorcycle. Maybe he can go camping with me. And he's got like a Honda 175. I think it was what it was. Just a kind of an enduro bike. And I was on a Yamaha 360. I think that's what it was. Maybe his was a Yamaha 150. I don't recall. But anyway, Kent had a motorcycle his dad got for him. And I didn't get a motorcycle yet because I hadn't got my Eagle, and I did eventually get one in between my ninth and sophomore year. But it might have been eighth and sophomore year. I can't remember exactly, but it might have been between eighth and ninth year. But anyway, I finally got a motorcycle later on. But in the meantime, I'm driving up to my friend's house. I'm on the road. I don't have my license. I'm afraid the cops are going to see me and I'm going to get caught. So anyway, I drive down Fruitland Drive or Mountain Road. I don't recall which. I think I stayed up on the Mountain Road. I can't remember. It was either Fruitland or Mountain Road. And as it comes together, as that road comes together, there used to be kind of a little intersection right there. And as I'm driving, I see this cop coming. I'm like, oh crap. So I just drove in to this grove of trees where there was a dirt road, and I tipped over and the motorcycle revved way up. And I finally figured out how to turn it off. I pushed the kill switch and killed the motorcycle. Now I didn't know what to do because the motorcycle was screwed up. And what happened is the throttle got stuck. And I didn't know, because the throttle got stuck, I didn't know how to fix it. I didn't know what was wrong with it. So I thought, well, I can walk down to Kent's house, which was only maybe half a mile away. So I walked down to his house and said, hey, I got a problem with my motorcycle. Can you come and help me with it? I don't recall, but I think the motorcycle just sort of sat there. I put it on a kickstand, waited. I was going to come back and get it. So anyway, I thought, can I ride your motorcycle to go see how my motorcycle is going to perform or whatever? But I borrowed his motorcycle. As I'm driving down, I think it's like, I don't know, it's like 2000 or 1800 north or whatever it was. It's down there. I was driving down that road. A cop came driving up the road. I'm like, oh crap. So I hurried and slammed on my brakes and parked and acted like I was fixing the motorcycle, you know. And he pulls up and he goes, hey, can I see your license? And I'm like, I don't have one. Crap. Anyway, now I know I'm in huge trouble because I lied to my dad about going camping. I lied to my dad. He didn't know I was riding a motorcycle. I had to call my dad and tell him, hey, the cops, you know, give me a ticket because I don't have my license. I had to go to court. My dad, he came and picked me up, and he was a little bit frustrated with me, but not a lot. I don't remember him getting overly angry with me. But anyway, he took me back home. We got Ken's motorcycle back to him, the Yamaha 360. I had to go to a work camp for 50 hours, and I had to pull weeds and dig, you know, pick up trash, whatever it was. I had to take care of all that stuff, and eventually, I was able to, you know, eventually later on, of course, I got my license. But in the meantime, I got a motorcycle. And once I got the motorcycle, I told my dad I would idle the motorcycle and I would drive it up to the canal. I would walk beside it and walk up to the canal. Pretty soon, I'm down on 3100 and it's about roughly a mile away, roughly. So then I just started it up, and then I would look for cops. And if no cops were there, I would put my foot on the foot peg and I would ride and just keep an eye out for the cops. And I figured if any of the cops saw me, I'd hurry and jump down and act like I was walking the motorcycle. And then pretty soon I was full straddle on the motorcycle, driving up as quick as I could get. And so it came to the point, and then when I came down off the mountains, I would turn off the motorcycle and I would just coast it down to my house. But I got to the point where I didn't really learn my lesson about riding motorcycles without a license. I just got more careful, and I would eventually drive the motorcycle up. I'd walk it through Mr. Bates's house, drive it up to the canal, ride all the way up there, had a blast riding, and then I would coast it back to my house.